I have been asking for quality time again and again, I just didn't know what it was called. Elizabeth was married for 10 years before she noticed something. It wasn't one big fight, it was small requests. She asked for the same thing so many times, it started to feel like nagging even to her. A picnic, a weekend away, just the two of them. 1 hour, just 1 hour with no phones or screens. She had asked for these things for 10 years. Then one day she looked back at all of it and she finally said the words out loud. I have been asking for quality time without knowing what it was called. This moment is what this whole series has been building toward. It's not really about learning the 5 love languages, you already know them by now. What matters is to hear your own story inside someone else's. I am Akil and this is The Quiet Space. We have spent 5 episodes inside the 5 love languages: words, time, gift, service, and touch. Today we close the series, but before we do, there are 2 things left to do. First, find out which one is really yours. Second, find out if yours means what you think it means, because there is a twist coming and it's bigger than the test itself. Dr. Chapman's first question is simple. What does your partner do or not do that hurts you the most? People usually feel the most pain in the exact place where their emotional need is strongest. Pain works like a signpost. Follow it and it usually points right to your language. If harsh words don't just sting but stay in your head for days, that's words of affirmation. If being left out of plans or feeling like you are never a priority doesn't just annoy you but makes you feel invisible, that's quality time. If your birthday comes and goes with no gifts at all, and it quietly hurts you every year, even if you never say it out loud, that's receiving gifts. If you come home tired and your partner hasn't done one thing to make your evening easier, and you feel not just tired but unloved, that's acts of service. The pain shows you the need shows you the language. This is where Elizabeth's story comes back. Chapman's second question. Think back over your relationship. What have you asked for again and again, so often that it started to feel like nagging even to you? That repeating isn't you being difficult, it's your love tank trying to say the same thing over and over, hoping someone will finally hear it. Elizabeth didn't know her language was quality time. She just knew she kept asking for picnics, weekends, an hour without screens, and felt a little disappointed each time it didn't happen. It took 10 years for that pattern to finally get a name. What have you been asking for without knowing that's what it was called? The third question is different. Chapman himself says this one is only a clue, not a final answer. How do you naturally show love to the people around you? If you're always bringing people small things, a coffee, a gift, something that say I thought of you. Gifts may be your language. If you're always fixing, organizing, or doing things for others, acts of service may be your language. This works because we often give love in the language we most want to receive, but it's only a starting point. Check it against the first 2 questions before you trust it, because almost everyone likes all 5 languages. Fewer people actually need one more than the rest. 2 kinds of people find this harder than everyone else. The first is someone whose love tank has been full for a long time. Their partner has shown love in so many ways that they can't tell which one really moves them. The second is someone whose love tank has been empty for a long time, often someone single, or someone who has been alone with this question for years. They have simply forgotten what love feels like. If that's you, Chapman gives you a way back in. Go back to when you first fell in love. Ask yourself, what did I like about them back then? What did they do or say that made me want to be close to them? Or ask it another way, if you could design the perfect partner, what would they do for you every day without you even asking? Whichever memory or picture comes to mind first, that's probably your language, holding under everything else. Some people go through all 5 languages and still can't pick one. 2 of them feel equally important. Chapman calls this being bilingual, and it's not a problem, it just means your partner has 2 ways to reach you instead of 1. The only thing to watch for. Don't confuse I enjoy all of this with I truly need this one more than the others. Almost everyone enjoy all 5. Fewer people are truly fluent in more than 2. Now here is the twist. Everything Chapman just told you, the 5 categories, the questions, the idea that you have one main language, comes from a counselor's office, not a science lab. And when scientists went looking for proof, they didn't find what everyone expected. Chapman isn't a scientist, he's a pastor and marriage counselor who spent years listening to couples, noticed a pattern and gave it a name. His book has sold over 20 million copies. It has shaped how millions of people think about love for 30 years, and it's easy to see why. It gives people words for something they always felt but could never explain. But a 2024 review in Current Direction in Psychological Science, one of the most respected journals in this field, looked for the real science behind the idea. Here is what they found. When people are asked to rate how important each of the 5 languages is to them, they don't pick one as more important than the rest. They rate all 5 as meaningful. No single language stands out the way Chapman's theory says it. Researchers also used a method called factors analysis. It is a statistical tool that checks whether Chapman's 5 categories are really 5 separate. The result didn't match. One 2013 study couldn't even find 5 clear groups. Another study found 6, not 5. There is still no reliable way to measure the 5 love languages as 5 separate things. And the biggest question of all, do couples with the same main love language feel happier together? Got a clear no. Study after study found no connection between matching love languages and how satisfied couples felt. But one different question did get a clear answer. Do people feel more loved when their partner pays close attention to all of their preferences? Not just one category, but all 5. Yes, again and again, yes. So what do you actually do with this? Here is the honest answer. The 5 love languages aren't a scientific discovery. They are a map drawn by a counselor who paid close attention, that gave people words for something they already felt but couldn't explain. The categories make sense, the idea behind them is real, but most people don't have just one main language the way Chapman describes. Most people need all 5, just in different amounts at different times with different people. So stop thinking about love like a language you either speak or don't. Think of it like a balanced diet where a person needs a full range of things. What decides whether a relationship feels loving was never about finding the right language. It's about whether you're paying attention, whether you are trying, whether the person next to you can feel in the small ordinary things you do on a normal day that you are really trying to meet them where they are. That's not a language, that's a choice made every single day in the quiet.